Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I thought I would do another following tutorial on sort of this one is like a dark sunsetty mountains. So yeah, let's get on with the video. And yeah, here's how I would do another tutorial on how to create this sort of mountain illustration. So now we're going to create is the mountains here. We're going to use a blue color there and then just create like an up and down thing, like a mountain, and then drop the color. All you do is have to drag the color and then automatically drops it. I bet you can do is fill the color too if you want it, but this is the easiest way that I think. So then on top of that, we're going to add is more sort of mountains on top of each other to create a sort of effect that there's many mountain ranges, even though it's only one view, but it's a pretty cool perspective. As you can see, I'm just dropping here. She did it, but I did it faster. But then we're gonna add it on top of each other at the same time, and it's quite intriguing. And I don't know why I'm saying this, but I enjoy it. All this art behind it. It's just so dang satisfying to me when I create the art and then I think about what it means to me. It's just a weird feeling that I know that I love it so much, and I don't know how else to express it. But I did follow a tutorial, but I wanted to make it my own, but also using this as a way to expand on my level of artistic ability, which is pretty like low right now, but as I go into this I get better and better. I don't know why you can't see my stuff, but you can see the line there. I sort of made a dip with using the depth perspective and stuff like that, and adding more of a like bumpiness and ruggedness to it. And we will add a few elements that I haven't used before. But then I created sort of this blue. I used a rectangle tool, use a selection tool, and then you basically draw which part you want, and it sort of like creates like this box, prevents it from the colors from going anywhere. So yeah, use that technique. Then you drop the color, you fill it, and yeah, you get this beautiful blue thing. And we will use this for reflections and stuff. But before that, we will add a sort of black mountains, because we want it to give the effect that it is real and it's there. And later we'll add it to the reflection of the water. Yes, there is water, but and then it sort of put it in this box. I think my drawing should have been more down. I'm seeing this and watching it and sort of didn't align. I think the bottom should be more not there, but like towards the bottom. I think that sort of messed me up with it because I didn't lower it quite, so then I decided to just lower it myself and just kept it very simple and easy. And yeah, it is oddly satisfying to see everything just coming together, and like I just love it so much. And I did film this a week ahead, so it did help me because I'm trying to do art and juggling everything. It's just so hard, but yeah, now I'm just lowered it. And we did use the magnetic tool to like align it a little bit, which I used it just so that it's centered with the mountain and the peak, and just so everything looks like the perspective of it is very good. And then we're going to put it more to the bottom there. We want it to sort of align with something. And I just redid it like twice. But that's fine, you know. Sometimes you do something and then you imagine it to be something, but it's not. But then once you do it again, it's like very perfect and amazing. Yeah. We're just going to say that I think it's slightly delayed when she's doing it. I don't know why, but it looks totally delayed, but I think that's fine. I think I tried to go back and understand what she was saying. Like with art, you gotta be very like detailed oriented. You gotta know what's going on at the same time. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so we're just gonna we added a sort of purple-ish, reddish background because that sort of sets the tone for the whole drawing. But we will add sort of like a sky and stuff. We're gonna use the airbrush here just to highlight the top, sort of give the illusion that it's in the dark, and I used the airbrush for this. The airbrush is actually pretty good for if you want to do gradients, or if just a simple like add like clouds and stuff, then it's very simple that way. And then here we're gonna very lightly add some other colors here, mostly like a darker purple, right? And then a light and purple, and all the colors at the bottom there. We did add a purple. I love adding purple because it adds sort of a lightness, even though purple is a pretty dark color, but it does like add a bit of perspective, I guess. And then I'm gonna add the blue at the bottom here. Today we're gonna go very in-depth and detailed about the specifics. So we're just gonna add a blue here, sort of like a highlight. I think it covered the red entirely, but I think that's okay. So here we're gonna add a Gaussian blur or motion blur effect. It's either them. So Gaussian blur adds sort of a stillness, but motion blur adds more of a like movement in the brush. But we're gonna use Gaussian blur, and it should be 31%, 31%. So as of now, next we're gonna add a moon to the scene, add a sort of like celestial thing. We're gonna use the, forgot what brush. It is the Jaguar brush or something. And we're just gonna create a circle there in the middle. And if you want to do a circle that is very like circular, then you just have to press hold it and then tap it, and then it sort of makes like this. It makes it not look like oblong or weird shaped, but we're just gonna do this and then add a bloom and then a blur. I would add a blur too. I think I added it, I don't know. So a bloom sort of like makes it a little more brighter, and then a Gaussian blur sort of makes it an effect. We're just gonna do a little settings here. You can't really see it, but I did a burn of 46 and a size of 30%, and the other one, forgot the first one is. But next we're gonna add is shadows, and it will complement the sky. We're gonna click it, alpha lock here, and then add all sorts of colors like white, light blue, sort of like contrast with the sky. and it complements each other in sort of a way that, I don't know, I just like it to be just like that, perfectly normal. And yeah, just adding this lighter blue here, and yeah, and keep on building on that. You can add whites and stuff, and then add different effects that are related to the color scheme, but also make sure to stay on color, otherwise it'll look really weird and awkward, and it won't exactly reflect how you the sky, the perspective, how you want it to be. And yeah, I'm just gonna alpha lock everything and then keep on doing that for all the layers. Add whites, add blues, and then add a lighter color, and then if it's darker, just add a lighter white. But I did stick to a lot of white in this, but added a little bit of a white effect there to make it illusion that it's actually realistic, and yeah, it's very like abstract and great. So I keep on doing that. Just repeat the process that I'm telling you. And then yeah, it's actually not that hard to create a realistic blur there. And I'm using a brush. Just using a brush at the top there to make sort of a, like, add the foresty touch to it. We're just gonna add a rainforest brush. Just like smudge it at the top. For mine it sort of looked weird, but I'm sure for yours it'll look better. But we'll see. And yeah, we'll see what actually happens here. I just like how it adds sort of a rugged look to it. It adds a little bit more perspective in it. And then I duplicated it and then and then flipped it and then added a shadow at the bottom. It's sort of like a water that's reflecting. I'll definitely add this to my drawings and stuff now that I know what to do with it. It's pretty easy and simple. All I do is duplicate it, then flip it vertically, and then yeah, I'll go from there. Next we're gonna add is some lines there at the bottom and sort of like overlooking it, I also added the drawing guide. It's just a regular assisted drawing guide. It helps if you want to make lines and stuff. It makes it so much easier than having to draw on your own with not straight lines, and yeah, it sort of made it feel like a water there at the bottom. So actually something happened with my iPad, so it sort of cut out. I already did the like shading for the river. It's just easy, you just have to do the same thing from going all the way up to the blue part, which we already made, and just used a brush for that and just smoothened it, smudged it. But now what we're gonna do is create the sky, which probably is my favorite part. Just gonna use the airbrush tool there and just slowly create like these motions and lines in the air using different colors of like pink, purple, blue, keeping it lightly, but it also gives the effect of sort of like lightness versus darkness, it sort of adds a little bit of, because skies aren't perfect, but sometimes they do look beautiful when it's really dark. That's when you can really see the colors just come from the canvas and lift in the air. Like, I should actually paint this. Maybe if you want to see that video, you should comment down below if you want me to actually paint this. I think it'd be really cool to do this as a painting. I've never actually done a landscape. I have actually did a snowy landscape recently, but it wasn't as good as this one. I mean, being able to paint on your iPad is just unbelievable. But yeah, if you do want to see that, make sure to like this video so I know. And also leave a heart that you came this far, a purple heart, so I know that you guys are loving my videos. I do love it. I mean, now I'm just smudging it in sort of like a pattern here and adding something very lightly to it. There's something about it just screams it, and then just adding some movement into the painting and adding whites, purples, blues. It sort of lights up the sky, and yeah, we're almost coming to the end of this video, and it just went by so quickly without even noticing. I don't know why it's this long, but I enjoy just spending time with you guys and just learning more about art. Maybe I'll do another one if you like these videos. I mean, this has more like, I just didn't plan it. I just recorded my screen and then I was ready to go, and yeah, and it turned out wonderfully. And adding a screen here, like layer under it, you can change it, and I think it puts different effects. I don't know which one each are, but screen is good if you want to add shadows and stuff, which I'm pretty sure we're going to do now. Add some shadowing. Actually, we're just going to add some stuff at the top of it. Add some shadowing to the sky, because the sky is beautiful, but it needs a little bit more shadows and colors to sort of uplift it, and yeah, it sort of adds some perspective on it. And yep, we're just gonna add this lightly. I don't know why my brush looks so thicker than hers. I should have lowered it, but I kind of like the thickness to it. And then I just did it with white and some blue. And yeah, it's just coming together smoothly. And I think I'll stop voice recording now, so you guys can enjoy the rest of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy the rest of my video. And if you have any of your creations, make sure to tag me at ArtSenseGirl at ArtSense Girl on Instagram. Anywhere you could find me, I'll leave it in my link below. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. And onto that, we're just gonna add a layer mask. Then I think it makes it easier to add shadows and stuff. And you can see it right here, as you can use the black to sort of like combine it together. It sort of makes it easier to like take away or add anything. So you're gonna use black, and then you're just gonna shade on the side there, sort of blend it all in. It sort of adds a nice refined texture to it. It's sort of different than what we usually do, but each time we're trying to level up our drawing skills and make it easier for us to do it, which I think is pretty cool that we came this far enough to do anything, even if it sort of took forever. And as you can imagine, this took at least like an hour to create. The video was actually originally 40 minutes, but somehow I managed to cut it down to 40. And yeah, that is today's video. I had so much fun just making it and creating it, so I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And also make sure I want to see your version of it, so leave it in the community tab. I'll leave it in the link in below so you guys can see it. The link in below, that's kind of crazy. So anyways, enjoy the rest of today's video, and just go ahead and like and then comment below what I should draw next, or if you have any other tutorials that you want me to use. So yeah, enjoy.